All right, welcome back to the podcast, and with myself, Sean, aka Hawk525, and once again, we have our guests, and EnderGamma is back,
What up?
and so is Kaichi,
Hello.
and ZawarudoWrryyy is also back as well.
Good morning.
All right. I'm just kidding. Just
I'm
kidding.
out of temp this week.
Okay, so I guess we can start off with the new hot game Ori and everything that's pretty awesome, including the soundtrack and just everything else. So, anyone want to start off with what they think of Ori?
If you don't have this game, you should not be living right now.
Then I guess I should be dead because I have not gotten the game yet.
I don't have the game. I can't get the game. Excuse
Listen.
me.
Listen, I got gifted the game, but the game is like 30 something gigs, and I only have a very small solid state drive. So
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
Why don't you have like an external then?
I have an external, but everything
Wait, are
was
you
done on
telling me
solid
that
state.
you telling me that little $20 game is like huge?
Yes, it's like 32 plus gigs.
It is.
That's why I
Damn.
was spamming it like the other day in the chat. I was like, dude, this is like a 32 plus game.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, I haven't really played it. I mean, I watched Max play it a little bit, but then usually I got to go to sleep, got to go to work, so I haven't really seen a lot of it. I mean, I was always a fan of the Castlevania, Metroidvania type games, you know, where you just kind of walk
Mhm.
around, get abilities to get to other parts.
Right.
Like Metroid Fusion and Castlevania were very fun games I played in my childhood, so it interests me. But like, I just don't have the money right now. It was just a bad time.
Right.
I was in a work transition. But
Mhm.
despite what Max has said, I've actually heard some things. Like there was an article on Kotaku. Like I didn't read it, but the title was like Xbox released its next exclusive, and it still has plot problems. So, but I don't know what they are. But I read in other chats people saying they had issues with combat and whatnot. But my girlfriend tells me that the ending's kind of one of those thinker endings too. So
Oh, yeah.
It was. Or is.
it is.
It
Was.
does kind of leave you hanging a bit, but it's not that bad of an ending, in my opinion. Otherwise, I really don't have much to say about that part. From I mean, of course, I haven't played it, but from looking at it and listening to the soundtrack and all that, I think it looks pretty damn cool. Especially with the fact that supposedly from Max, he said the game is hand drawn pretty much, and with all the backgrounds and everything is hand drawn and then rendered after all that. Yeah, it does definitely look really neat, and of course the soundtrack is fantastic. It does capture the mood and just like the serene atmosphere that the game offers. So I think that was pretty cool. And what was also awesome was that the voice actress was in the chat with us, and she was really nice, and she told us a lot of the neat things about it. Like for example, the language that you hear in the game was just her just making it up on the fly. So it was completely improv, and it was just kind of by accident, pretty much.
Improv gibberish,
Yeah,
Yeah.
improv gibberish. Yeah, and
Nice.
yeah. Did you want to say something?
no.
Oh no, I'm just saying nice.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just in complete just made up on the spot. So I thought that was really cool, and she also admitted that she didn't have any voiceover experience. She just have singing experience, so she's primarily a singer. But she just they just had her on at the booth doing all that, and they really liked it. So that's why they put it in the game. And so I was like, wow, that's really cool. And she's really nice. She answered pretty much all the questions, and she provided some advice for any upcoming voice actors or anything like that, including myself. And like she told us about how to make a demo reel, all that neat stuff. And she even followed me back on Twitter, which I thought was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's one thing I think that actually is pretty what is it, like, underappreciated, like, form of I guess art is just voice acting in itself. Like, people don't see, like, how difficult that is, because, like, I tried to do it back in the day for, like, Mission 1. I was like, dude, I can't convey emotion that I really don't feel. Like, I can't play a character by voice. Like,
it's just one of those. It's just one of those things. Yeah, it's an art. Just like
it is an art form.
It is.
I think it's actually a little underappreciated, except from like like in the Big Eye. Like, I think the only communities that really appreciate it are people who are really into like cartoons and anime and stuff, because
for sure,
voice acting sells like if an anime has bad voice acting, it either gets like wrote off or people watch it with subs. Like, it's just and then there's like the people who dub it themselves, and I've seen some pretty good dub stuff, but lately that stuff gets taken down.
Oh yeah, all the fan dubs and stuff. Yeah. It is underappreciated just because like people don't see the actor's face. I think that's just how it is, and
they're like, they're just talking. How hard is it to talk? I'm like,
how is it hard?
You sat in front of a mic with a piece of paper and able to convey a scene without acting it out, or having like a director there with you?
It's like you can definitely get away with how you look in real life, but it definitely is hard on in its own level. Like acting in TV acting, movie acting, whatever. But you can use your body language to kind of like get away with it. I took a basic acting class, so that's kind of how I understand acting for each media. So like voice acting, it's definitely difficult in its own level, because like you have to, not only because they don't see you, it's like they can they have to listen to your voice, and with that you have to use your voice to convey your emotion. So that's why voice acting is not easy as people try to turn that out to be. So I really appreciate the hard work that voice actors do, and that's why I think they should be be in the radar as much as any other celebrity that you see today in movies and stuff.
For example, Sean Schemmel, or Schemmel, I think that's pronounced it, but the voice of Goku, the English dub.
Yes.
If all of y'all search up like the English dub Battle of Gods behind the scenes, Beerus versus Super Saiyan God Goku. Y'all, there's an actual behind the scenes where it shows the voice actors, in the booth actually, doing all the voices and actually showing their expressions. And I would say that would be a great example of what Sean is talking about. Great example.
Yeah. Like, for like me, I really like how the Batman series, the anime series, Mark Hamill as the Joker, there is on YouTube, like, behind the scenes of how he had to get into character, and it looks really scary when he's in booth, but that's how his character is. He has to be scary, and some of the faces he made was kind of nerve setting. So I envy those who gets to see, how those voice actors are behind the mic, getting into character.
Yeah, super underappreciated. So voice acting is it's just one of those things that people should understand more. Besides, it's like it's another form of acting that everyone should welcome, other than TV and movie stuff. So that's just my opinion. Anything else you wanted guys to say about Ori before we move on?
I look forward to hopefully purchasing it within the next couple weeks when I get some funds. But hopefully there's nothing like I've actually been kind of avoiding the game. It's why I didn't really watch Max play it. I'm like, dude, I'm probably gonna want to play this. Like, much like with your Far Cry videos. I'm like, dude, I'll watch your Dying Light videos, but I can't watch your Far Cry videos because then I'll never play the game.
Right.
So many times has a game gotten ruined because I like watched someone else play it. I'm like, man, I don't need to play it.
Sometimes it's the opposite for me. It's like, dude, I really want to play this now. You know, it's this game was really fun. I want to actually experience it myself. That actually kind of happened with me with Max's first Let's Play with Dragon's Dogma, and you know, I watched a few episodes. I'm like, dude, this looks really awesome. This looks, you know, fun and engaging. So I got it, and dude, holy crap! I like play that back to back. Like, even if I beat the story, I just play it over and over again with like different classes, and it was just really fun. All because I watched a Let's Play video. Yeah.
Well, for me, some playthroughs for me when I watch it, I'm just watching like, okay, here's the situation. What is your take of beating this boss or whatnot? You know, just compare. Like, there's so many other ways you can get over a situation. That's how I see playthroughs.
Yeah. A lot of times though, when I play games, I'm very petty, and I'm like, I'm here for the story. You know, as long as I can enjoy the game, and then usually I beat it once, which is why I always had a problem with games like, oh, you gotta beat it multiple times in order to get like the true ending. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this like that. Like fill up episodes. Yeah. Just
Oh, hello.
Oh no.
You're cutting in and out, dude.
Very.
Hello. Uh-oh.
Hi.
Oh no.
Who are we talking about?
Oh, Ender
No.
was cutting out in and out, so I was like, wait, whoa, what's going on?
Oh no. It's Skynet.
It's Skynet, people. But
Skynet.
But yeah, I just like people play differently. So like even if you watch a playthrough, the way you may play or the way another person may play that does a playthrough is very, very different. So
It is,
I
yeah.
won't, it doesn't impact me. I like to see how the person plays it, and then when I play it differently.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or sometimes use their way of gameplay to just get over it, get over that situation. Like, I can't beat this boss. How did you beat it? Oh, okay, done.
Yep. That's one way to look at it. Where the hell is Ender?
Can you hear me?
No, I can. Now we can.
Okay.
Yeah, now we can. Yeah.
I closed down everything I had in the background.
Oh, okay. All right.
Need
I can be
to
internet
close
with,
up the
like,
windows. Neighbors are getting ready to watch something. I don't know. Hopefully it's not frozen for the 20th time of this week.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we can move on to Rock Band 4, and Warudo and myself were sort of talking about it, just for the fact that it's coming back, because
I thought
Rock
Rhythm
Band
Games
and
died.
yeah, Rock Band and Guitar Hero were pretty much dead for like God knows how long, and
Oversaturation, prime example.
yeah.
Like, I haven't played one of those rhythm games since like Guitar Hero 3. Was that the one with like Slash and all them in it?
Yeah, I think so.
That was the last one I played, and then they're like World Tour and Metallica and all of that, and I'm like, I think I'm done. And like even my friends are like, yeah, I think we're done. We'll move on.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened to me, myself too. I did play Guitar Hero, not much of a Rock Band, but yeah, I feel the same way. I just was burned out from that, and really am surprised that Rock Band is coming back. Unfortunately, it's only for the PS4 and the Xbox One, if I'm correct, and not for the Wii U. For I think they had particular reasons. It was in the article, but I kind of forgot. They really had particular reasons, but yeah. But anyways, what do you guys think about the fact that it is coming back?
I can't say I'm excited. I think I'm
Yeah, I'm not much in. I'm not really much into the guitar or those type of musical games. I tried it one time back then. Like, how do people play this thing? Like, DDR is hard enough.
Yeah.
Well, what I think it is, it's like we're all older now, but the fact that it's not coming on the Wii U is very odd to me because I love the Wii U, but I still think that the Wii U is more of a family and local like party system, and that's what Guitar Hero and Rock Band thrived on, was like people getting together, inviting their friends over, and playing Rock Band. I mean, sure, there are people who went online to fight each other, but I don't think there was any like super competitive Guitar Hero thing, at least not in my site, that was worth noting.
Right.
So it's like, why not put it on the party system? Like, you said the article had reasons, but I'm like, unless it's just one of those exclusivity partnerships or Nintendo's like, we don't want it. I mean,
it wasn't that. It was definitely not that. I think it was just the fact that they saw the Wii U sales, as like, okay, maybe we should stay away from that kind of thing. I think it was that for that reason. But there's also some other reasons, but yeah, I can't remember. Yeah. Are you guys? I mean, are you guys surprised by the fact that it is coming back? In some shape or form?
I was like, I haven't heard from anything about a Guitar Hero or Rock Band in years.
Yeah, I really thought that stuff was dead.
Yeah.
Granted, yeah.
Well, if it is coming back, just don't follow the route that Dance Central went through right now. Because when Dance Central came out for the Xbox One, like, they didn't even do anything. They mostly like got the top hitting songs, whatever's, and then they just grabbed the old dance choreography from the other games and just slapped it together and said, "Here's your game." There wasn't anything new. It was just here, give us $50.
To me, that's the thing about a rhythm game, is I think it's really hard to innovate it besides pushing buttons in time with music. And I think what I noticed is something that, like, whenever a game came out, like, there was just DLC all over the internet. You could buy the songs you wanted, and I think that's actually how they should do it, instead of saying, okay, here's another $60 game with more songs and slightly different
characters.
Slightly different. No one cares about the characters. They don't matter.
But different characters, different stages, though.
You can give me customize your Rock Band guy, and I don't care. I don't care. When I play a rhythm game, I just want to have fun with friends playing a rhythm game, and I'm about to go shut that cat up. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to it, but I think it'd be good for like a younger generation, because I think I had a lot of time on my hands when I was younger, and when I didn't want to play like a fighting game or a shooting game or an action game and just play with my friends, it was something we could all take turns playing. And, you could be like, "Oh, you suck," and like, have that friendly trash talk. Like, give me the guitar when you have the one-on-one battles.
Right.
I think that was probably the peak. I think was Guitar Hero 2 when they first introduced battles, and then because people were like taking like their PlayStations to like school during semester exams for like when people finished, and like people were having Guitar Hero about. Everyone knew what it was, and I think that was probably the peak. And I'm not sure what publisher is bringing it, Rock Band, out.
I don't know either. I think it's Harmonix.
Not the developer, the publisher. Like, is it?
Publisher. Oh, then maybe.
It's not Activision, because they were Guitar Hero. It's not, right?
Yeah, Activision's Guitar Hero.
So, and then I think they flopped when they tried DJ Hero, which I was actually interested in. It was just too expensive. I'm like,
DJ Hero, I tried to get into it, but the control scheme for me wasn't my style, so I gave it to my friend who is a DJ, and he was like, la 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 la. I was like, okay.
He was like, this is easy.
Right. It's only
not even me saying,
DJs.
Hold my beer, I can do this. Save me from it.
But yeah, I'm not particularly looking forward to it, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it gives a lot of people a chance to get into rhythm games, because I think if there's like any sort of like pyramid of what games should be available. I guess there needs to be a rhythm game out there, although the only rhythm game I see that picks up a lot of I guess attention in my eyes that I see on the internet, which is very broad, is Osu. I see a lot of people play OSU, so
All right.
yeah. So maybe whoever the publisher says, oh, this OSU game's getting popular, let's bring back Rock Band. People like rhythm games again. We can pick up some money, which hopefully is not the case, and they can actually deliver something good that maybe our younger generation can get into, spend a lot of money on peripherals, and grow up and make their own podcasts talking about how they don't want to do it anymore.
Well,
Right.
Just sad for the younger generation going like, who is Slash? What is Guns N' Roses? Like, go away, young child.
Mm-hmm.
Go die in a fire.
It's really funny that you put it like that. There are people today that don't know who Paul McCartney is, and they thought that Paul McCartney was a new artist, and I'm just like, oh God, you need to look back. I would say at least 40 years back in time in order to understand who he is. So I don't know. It's just I thought it was a little funny thing. But anyways, I think we can move on, and I wanted us to talk about amiibos in general. Like, first off, what do you guys think of them?
It's a lovely collector's item.
They certainly are.
it's mostly where they are.
I mean, my boyfriend has already 6.
6?
6.
Okay.
Talking about amiibos. Sorry, I had to go get the cat.
Yeah. We're talking about amiibos. What do you think of him, Ender?
Well, I think that I'm not, well, like I think I previously said in the last podcast, is like I wasn't really much of a collector. I still don't think I am. But what I ended up doing is when I got my Wii U, I was really excited because I had enough money in my mind budgeting to buy Smash and the Wii U. They're like, oh look, you get a $40 gift card. I was like, oh, I guess I'll go buy an amiibo. So I bought one. And then at some point I saw Sheik and I bought another one, and then my girlfriend just bought me one. So now I just have a bunch of amiibos stacked up on top of each other. Don't know where to put them, but
Nice.
I think it looks nice. Like, cause I always see like these pictures of like desks or like displays and all these game things, and I guess that's a good thing to have in the future.
Mhm.
I guess I'm trying to start a collection. Like, yeah, back in my day, people used to do this. I haven't taken them out of the box though, because I'm like, I don't really, not really gonna play with them.
Right,
I think
right.
I'd rather just look at them. So,
To
I,
fight against.
I think they're neat. I think the fact that Nintendo's hosting that actual tournament for amiibos is kind of neat too. Almost tempted me to open up one of mine, but then I was like, that seems a little random. But
Well, I can say that my Bowser amiibo is the bane of all my friends, because they can't kill him.
well, like, how
Nice.
does it learn? Like, well, what does it learn to do? Like, oh,
It
beat me up enough.
It copies your like how you play, pretty much. Like
It's a learning
like-
AI.
yeah,
It's a
Skype.
learning AI. It's Skype. It's Skype.
It's Skynet. Everything's Skynet. Well,
Skynet.
I originally thought it was just, a response to Skylanders and Disney Infinity, which I still think
Right.
it kind of is.
It's kind
I'm
of
not
Yeah.
sure how amiibos work for Mario Party or anything.
They
Not sure
actually,
how
they actually unlock like certain boards depending on which character you have. So if you have a Mario amiibo, it will unlock the Mario board, for example. So that's how it works. And you can also use the Smash Brothers amiibos, but you have to actually delete the data on it. So you can only use the amiibo per one game. So
Well, they are small, and it has a tiny chip in the base, which makes sense.
yeah.
But
It makes sense, yeah.
I think they're a good collector's item. I think they're neat. I think for me. They're just gonna stay in boxes and look pretty until I find a desk to put them on or something. But
Or maybe years later, 20 years later, sell them and get like hundreds.
well, I don't think I'm that kind of collector either. Like where I'll just sell something because
Yeah.
how do I know they'll take care of it? I don't know.
Because I ain't
Yeah.
selling my Super Nintendo. I ain't selling all those old consoles.
Well, like I used to do a lot of trading in when I was younger because I just when you're younger and you don't have a job, that's just how you got games. You had to trade them in. Like, but
I highly
as I got
did that
older, I think the game that made me stop was Fable 2. Like a lot of people did not like the Fable series, but Fable 2 was like my first Fable. And I played it a lot, and then I beat it, and then I was like, man, I'm done with this. I'll trade it in. Then they're like, DLC. I was like, man, I really want to play that. Went and bought it. And then I beat it, traded it in. And then another DLC came out, and I bought it. I'm like, all right, I'm never trading in another game unless I absolutely have to. And, now I got a smallish collection of games, mostly because I've moved a lot. I think we had this discussion about having physical games and moving.
Granted, it's like with this trading, it matters on the replayability. If the game has replayability, of course, it's you'll want to keep it and keep on playing it. But if it's really not worth the replayability, then of course I'm like dump this thing. But if I'm gonna like work hard and try to get like a new system, a new game, and like the rest of the games I'm not playing is just sitting there. Like, granted, there are people that collect things that want to keep it. For me, I'm not a collector. I would like to collect them digitally so they can be in there, but they're physical copy and they're worth something, and I'm not playing as much. I'll get it later digitally, but I'll trade in the physical copy.
Right.
Yeah, and sometimes digital is cheaper than physical. Sometimes. Depends, because they're like games you can find in the $5 bin at GameStop that they're trying to digitally sell for $20.
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus.
GameStop though.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
Jesus.
supposed to be going out of business
At
too.
GameStop. I think they're moving towards like all the other retailer things, moving towards not games because digital is really, I think, killing their market. Like, because I think a lot of people are in my shoes. If I want to play a game at midnight, I don't really want to have to go stand in line, deal with
many people had access.
Deal with all the people, and there just aren't midnight releases in some places. So some people had to go to the next town. By the time they got home, it's like 12:45, and there's just all sorts of things with like going to GameStop. But got a little off target. Amiibos, I think, are a good idea. I think it's also good for like little kids, like a younger audience, because I loved having little figurines when I was a kid. I played with those all the time. Like, it didn't matter if they were from the same thing. I used my Yoshi and my Digimon, and they talked and fight and stuff like that. I didn't care. I was a kid. I was having a good time, and I always thought when I was younger, if I could put my toys in a video game, it'd be awesome. And hey, you kind of can now. So
you kind of can, yeah.
I think that's really neat.
Yeah,
I won't do it now.
For kicking ass. It's like, I don't want to play with you, Bowser. Go away.
For myself, I think amiibos are. I'm really liking the concept of amiibos. Being able to, buy it, collect it, but also you could use it in the game, and also you can use it for multiple games, and if you want to. I mean, there are some. I think that's a pretty cool feature. I mean, it does have its limits, like you do have to delete the data if you're gonna use it for Mario Party 10, and if you're using that same figure from Smash, for example. But other than that, I really like it. I've collected over 10 already. In fact, I think I have 18.
I see all your Twitter unboxing. I think another thing that comes out of it is the artists that customize them. I mean, I've seen some pretty sick stuff. Like, it looks legit, and then they rebox it up, and I'm like, that looks so neat.
Yeah, they have like the quote unquote like the Waluigi amiibo, or like or this different colored character amiibo, or like
the Fusion Suit Samus. Oh god, Fusion Suit Samus is my favorite. I'm sorry, I like that baby blue color.
Oh yeah. Baby blue, the yellow, and that sort of a magenta combination.
Yeah.
I think
Nice mix of cool and hot colors.
Yeah. And there's also someone made a supersonic amiibo, and I think that was auctioned off or something like that. I forgot how much it was, but yeah, I saw it, and that was pretty neat. You know, like they even like the person even changed like the legs. I was like, what the fuck? You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy what people can do. You know.
It's like cosplaying your toys.
It pretty much is. It pretty much is. It's like a whole new like, it's excuse me, it's a whole new like form of art in a way. You know, except that you're doing it with toys instead of making a costume for yourself. It's like a miniature sort of miniature cosplaying in a way. I think, yeah, it's definitely an art that not too many people know about and take time to appreciate. Now, I think we can move on to Bloodborne if anyone is interested.
I know all my friends are, and if I had a PS4, I'd probably be too.
It's not on PC, so not really interested.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually have not played. Well, I can't say I have not played. Someone's borrowing it, and I haven't played it since I let them borrow it. I haven't played Dark Souls or Demon Souls or any of that, but mostly, like, it's a... I don't know. Like, it just didn't interest me at the time. I think it was like this big... I think I played it for the wrong reasons. I think I played it because everyone's like, oh, you gotta play it. You gotta play it. And I didn't play it because I wanted to. But supposedly... I guess Dark Souls 2 is coming out for next gen, and I'll try it then, but I think it'll be more something I'll watch someone play. Mostly because I think people like watching people get frustrated trying to beat stuff. I mean, Boss Rage is a prime example.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Personally, I never really got into the whole Dark Souls scene, so I don't know. It's, for me, when it comes to, like, RPGs, I like... super flashy shit. So like,
not super cautious
a lot of Japanese.
Shit.
What's up?
Not super cautious shit. Like you're gonna fuck up, you're gonna die.
No, I don't like.
Better not kill me.
Yeah. It's just like, you just lose too much shit when you die, and just like, I don't like that kind of approach.
Like I like difficult games, but like. I think much like you, I like flashiness, and like when it comes to difficult games, the most difficult game I liked was Ninja Gaiden 2. Fucking hard, but
you felt like a badass doing stuff.
Even if you died to the fucking dude stabbing you with a self-destruct kunai, you chopped his legs off.
That always sucks.
To block. Learn to block.
No, you had to wiggle. You had like a good amount of frames to wiggle.
Wiggle them off.
Yeah, you had to wiggle.
You had to wiggle the sticks.
But we all know I hated the werewolves, but we'll not get on. I could take up whole 30 minutes bitching about the werewolves.
So back on Bloodborne.
But as I was saying, like, I've always liked the more, flat, RPGs that, like, have flashy moves and stuff like that. And I think Final Fantasy is sort of an example, but I really like Tales of games.
That's the type of RPG type of games I play. Like if I can do combos and do some moves instead of just turn-based point click on it, nah, screw that. I gotta get some Tales of.
Yeah. There is a new one coming up too. It's called Tales of Zestria or something like that. I know for a fact that it is coming to the States, so yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. And
it was it was leaked on Steam database. It coming to PC.
Oh yeah. I think you've told me about
Bet
that.
You're excited.
Hey, you best believe. I haven't played Tales of since Symphonia 2 and Tales of the Abyss on 3DS.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've always liked those kinds of games because you can do like a bunch of combos, and it's just like it also has like a pretty, I guess, presentable storyline, or like it's just entertaining, and It does remind you of anime in a way, with all its cutscenes and stuff. But I think the actual like gameplay is really fun, and you're able to do combos. It look cool, and so you just want to grind and grind and grind, just like any other JRPG. So really excited for Tales of Zestiria. Yeah, when it comes to like stuff like Bloodborne or whatever, it's not my cup of tea. So I'm gonna stay away and probably most rather watch other people play it and be frustrated and be angry.
I think it has potential. I just feel like maybe, like, based on recent releases of games, it might fall off, like, Order and I think Assassin's Creed Unity fell off because of bugs. Like, I just hope that maybe Bloodborne can be a break off where, oh look, we're releasing new games that are finished, that aren't busted.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that is what it is, because I know a lot of people are looking forward to it, even if I personally am not. And I'm hoping that it could be a good game, and hopefully it could just show developers, hey, just take your time and finish it instead of blowing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Here's 1/4 of our game. Here's the other parts of it in DLC.
Oh, jeez. That's always the worst. That's always not fun.
lights flashing.
How to DLC.
How to DLC. I believe Evolve was a big example of, it's a new release, AAA title or whatever, and, it was blown up in the market, and then it's like all this
Highly
DLC.
advertised.
Highly advertised, yeah. And yeah, you have all this like DLC shoved in your face. It's just no thanks, and staying away from that. And I'm so glad.
That's
But-
another example of a game that I don't think will have a real long lifespan, because you need people to play that game. Like,
Right.
I have access to it. I don't want to say I bought it, because I didn't, but I have access to it. I didn't steal it or pirate it. My friend bought it, and then he's let me play it. But we've played it like 3 times, and we have not touched it since.
Wow.
It's like, it's just not one of those games, I guess. Like, I like shooters. That's the thing. I like shooters.
Uh-huh.
But I was not a fan of... It reminds me a lot of Left 4 Dead. I was not a fan of that game. But it's just... I'm sure there's a group of people that really like it. I know Zerg Killer. He's played it. He's like max rank in it. Him and his friend play it, and they love it. But they hate the dumb people that play it.
Right.
It's one of those games, like I said, I think you need a full group of friends. Otherwise,
Right.
you're just going to get angry and frustrated, or you're just not going to have a good time.
Mhm.
But luckily, Bloodborne, I don't think you need... Based on what I've seen, which isn't much, it looks like it could be something you could play alone and still have a good time, angry or not. I don't know how they're going to deal with guns, because a lot of what made Dark Souls 1 for me hard in the beginning was, holy shit, every swing of my sword has a bunch of recovery, and there's no canceling into rolls after I commit to a slash.
Right.
You commit to every button you press. But committing to a bullet seems a little easier. But this is also coming from someone who plays a lot of shooters, so
Right.
I'm not sure how that will change. I mean,
Yeah.
well, we can only see. I'm sure a lot of us are going to watch Max play it, for sure. I'm
Right.
pretty sure.
Mhm.
I'll probably lurk and find other streamers playing it. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because Bloodborne he has the a Monster Hunter finesse in it, so I guess I could pick it up really fast, or maybe not. But with Monster Hunter, every freaking swing you do with a great sword or a long sword has so much recovery, and you're just praying to God to roll in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can all move on to GTA Online with its failure to bring heist to everyone, because I myself experienced that. I tried to play Heist with my friend, and it was pretty much impossible. First day it came out, I was like, wow, this is kind of unexpected because, well, the game has been out for how long now? I mean, what is it, 2 years or something?
At least.
A year? At least a year for sure. So, I guess they just didn't expect how many people were gonna come back for GTA, and yeah, the servers weren't just doing it, man. And
Let me guess, did it like bug up and kept disconnecting a few people, or
it kept disconnecting, and oh my god, it was
that's what happened to Xenoverse in the first launch. I'm pretty sure they didn't expect many people to buy Xenoverse, and like 2,000 plus people, 20,000 plus people on Steam were playing it at the same time, and people had a hard time connecting. And granted, also the PS4 and Xbox One. So yeah, the Xenoverse had the same issue, and I'm like, come on now, why?
Is it fixed now, or
Oh,
not yet?
it's better than before. I'm not sure about other people, but it's better than before. I can connect without no disconnects. I'm pretty sure they still got to fix some lag issues, but as far as me connecting, flawless. As far as me disconnecting, they're gone.
Yeah.
So they're literally
Unfortunately,
trying to fix it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that, unfortunately, Heist wasn't, working, and it's just, it I don't know, it's just like, it's always funny to me that these things happen, and it's like the same exact thing for Far Cry 4 when it first came out. I mean, I didn't play it myself, but I've heard from other people that there's a lot of issues with the co-op online, and same with other games. I think Assassin's Creed Unity was one of them as well, if I'm correct. And
Master Chief Collection.
oh yeah, Master Chief Collection.
I honestly think what it is a lot. Some developers just because have you noticed it's mostly with new consoles, right? Like,
yes.
Everything on the next gen has some sort of connectivity issue. I think there's an issue with not the consoles themselves, but the developers working their way into the new servers, I guess, even though if it's the same service, PSN, Xbox Live, whatever, Steam. But do they have these issues on Steam, Kaichi? Because then
Which
that
issues?
would totally, like any type of connectivity issues with like GTA heists or stuff like that.
Well, GTA haven't even came out on Steam yet. That's the
Hasn't?
thing. No, they kept pushing it back for PC. Like right now, we're supposed to get it on April.
Well, I guess that supports my issue because almost every game has had connectivity issues on the new consoles, with the exception of a few. But these were things that were developed for the console. They weren't like things that were multi. I think the only games I can name that have not, or I personally have not had super issues with, are Killer Instinct, except lobbies. Lobbies have issues. Destiny was pretty okay, and Titanfall. Other than that, had issues with Master Chief. Can't connect. GTA, I still have issues to this day. I think it's just developers having issues with the new. I don't know if it's the hardware. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with just the server side. Like they just don't know how to connect consoles, I guess. Because it always seems to be with PS4s and Xbox Ones having more issues. Because I know when I was playing Destiny, Xbox One friend list would go down, so I couldn't play with my friends because you can't invite anybody. And then my friend playing on Xbox 360 is like, man, sucks for you. You spent that much money and you can't even play with your friends.
Oh man, yeah, that always sucks.
Same problem, different game, and it's the same issue. So it can't be like. I find it really hard to be the console itself. I think it's just games connecting to it, or maybe it is Microsoft and Sony. It's hard to tell. I didn't take that. That was the one course I didn't take. I didn't take
networking or whatever.
Networking. I did not take networking. I took comp science and CMAT. So it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Other than that, I heard once you get heist working, it's fun.
Yeah, of course.
GTA 5 is a game that's fun to mess around with your friends. That's what me and my friend do. We just go online and we just hold up convenience stores. We don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so I guess we can move on to Mortal Kombat X that's coming up in April. And
no idea.
With the recent announcement of Jason Voorhees making it into the game, how do you guys feel about that?
Just bring Freddy, and they will have our true Freddy versus Jason. That's all I gotta say.
Still a chance. They confirmed that there will be 2 guest characters and 2 classic characters in the first combat pack.
All right.
My personal opinion would be much the same as Freddy. I really don't care that they're adding Jason. Like it's a really indifferent feeling. I'm not angry about it. Like some people are like, why are you gonna put him in instead of the Predator or the Alien or Freddy? I'm like, because I've never looked at it as this character is taking up this person's slot. I saw it as they wanted to put this character in, so they did. They didn't say, okay, we have to choose. Let's roll a D4. All right, Jason won. I didn't see it as that. To me, it's just a character I'm probably not going to play. I mean, I was not a real big Jason fan. Freddy's fight style didn't look fun. I mean, what I did like is the fact that they pretty much confirmed other playable characters by saying they had alternate outfits in that first combat pack. I'm not sure if that was intentional. Like, they confirmed Kenshi and stuff like that, basically. But how could you have a Kenshi alt if there's no Kenshi? There's an alternate costume for a character that don't exist. But I don't think it's a bad thing. A lot of people think that it might be promoting an upcoming film.
Right.
Kind of like how with the Marvel cast was promoting Guardians of the Galaxy, the upcoming Doctor Strange movie, and how, I think
Avengers.
Avengers and all that. And it might. But I think a lot of fans of Friday the 13th are going to really like it.
Oh, definitely.
And I'm just so excited for MKX. So excited.
Yeah.
I mean, here's Johnny. I saw that at work and I was laughing. I was laughing so bad.
That reference, though.
Oh, man.
What's funny is he had posted the Jack Nicholson face on Here's Johnny like months ago. And I think Max was talking about it. He's like, Jax is going to be a confirmed character because he posted Jack Nicholson and some other Jack. And I think that kind of sets it up as Johnny Cage. And I honestly really like his look. It does look mature, but he still has that.
He looks like a dad. Oh, wait.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look, here's my wife coming. I mean my ex.
Ex-wife. Whoa. It's hard to tell. Like, because you never know. Because if any of y'all watched the story playthrough, with the QTEs, which honestly I don't mind, because if y'all remember, Injustice also had QTEs, and I think that they're just really following that, where if you miss it, or if you hit them, the enemies start with maybe less health, or they take more damage, or if you miss them,
I think that's going to be the case.
I think that's what's going to be the case with those, but, they were still together at that point. So I think maybe it was just Johnny Cage being a smartass. Maybe they're not really forced. It was like, why are you bothering me? Because my ex-wife is a pain in my ass. And then she rolls her eyes because they're probably not really exes. So
yeah, that might be just it. That might be it. Yeah, but either way, I think first off, what about you two with Jason Voorhees? What do you guys think?
When I saw the teaser for it, I was like, okay. Well, not Predator.
Take it. None of us are Friday the 13th fans, so we're all kind of indifferent about it.
Like I said, it was unexpected, but like I said, give us Freddy, and then we'll have our Freddy versus Jason. That's all I ask. Because when I saw Freddy for MK9, I'm like, where's Jason? You know what fans want. You know what the fans want. You gonna tease us now? Give us what we want. I mean, granted, I'm pretty sure a bunch of people want Predator and all. Like, cool, but give us what the fans want. You gonna give us Jason? Give us Freddy. Get out Freddy versus Jason, and you just relive hype.
Yeah. I did see someone post a tweet that said the internet's fucking up. She's rating. That said one of his fatalities needs to put them in a freaking sleeping bag and swing around.
Oh yeah. I remember that one. Yeah, when it comes for me, I do remember watching the Friday the 13th movies as a kid, and I thought they were always entertaining. You know, having Jason kill individual one by one with different ways, and I think that's why he is pretty much perfect for Mortal Kombat, and I think he would fit right in there. And I think that's why he really fits. You know, because the way the way he kills is kind of comical, and sometimes, or a lot of times, I mean, and that's why I thought Jason was a great choice. And like Kai said, throw in Freddy, and we'll have a perfect
big impact.
Freddy versus it'll be a big impact, and we have a perfect Freddy versus Jason, and I really hope that they do put in Predator as well, because I am a huge fan of Predator, as kind of like Max is. I really did like the Predator movie. Not saying the second one, but the first one was really memorable.
With the second one, Kappa.
It was because Danny Glover didn't save it. Well, he tried to, but it failed.
Yeah, I could honestly see Predator. I can see humanoid characters making it in. It makes more sense. Like everyone in Mortal Kombat mostly is human, except the Minotaur and the Kitaro.
Baraka,
but they're all humanoid. They all are bipedal with two arms. For punches and kicks. So Predator, I think, could fit. Like, a lot of people were like, "We want Xenomorph in there." I'm like, "What? Those are things I don't really see them fitting in MK. Not because they aren't brutal or can't fight, because it's just I don't see them fighting one-on-one. They are more of ambushers.
Yeah.
But Predators could fight you one-on-one.
He definitely would fit. Yeah, I think he would fit better than the Xenomorph or whatever.
Yeah,
and
I think those type of characters could fit in. I know a lot of people are like, "I want Blade." He could fit in. I mean, we put Scorpion in Injustice. Why couldn't we put? But I think Blade's Marvel.
Blade
is Marvel. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, not just the fact that Blade is Marvel. Blade, you don't hear about Blade at all. That was like that's years ago.
But I don't know. I could see a lot of people fitting in Mortal Kombat. I mean, because it's just you take anything with any amount of gore, a lot of comics, and I think it could fit. A lot of horror movies, definitely horror movies. I mean, come on.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
that's why Jason, I think, fits just as much as Freddy did. But I'm just not interested in playing him. I like ninjas. I like robots. I like women.
You like Shiva?
No, that's not a woman.
That's not a woman.
Sorry, Steve.
That's not one movie.
We love you, Steve. But yeah, what? How do you guys feel like when it comes to like games that put in guest characters like that? Whether they're from movies or not, or they're from like different things, or like anything that's kind of like unexpected. Like for example, Soul Calibur is one with Link, and then next they put in
Vader and Yoda,
and then they put in Darth Vader and Yoda, and
random.
That was the worst.
I
was forced to deal with people using Yoda's forward Y all the time, or forward, what is it, B, forward B, just jumping, and I'm like, it's not that you're beating me with it, it's just like, is this really what you're going to do? You're going to go online and just hit the vertical button? the vertical slash forward, and just and you're so short that I have to freaking kick you because I can't hit you with my horizontal.
Right.
I was on Xbox 360 and I had to deal with that a lot because I love Soul Calibur.
Oh man.
But,
Meanwhile, me and my friends had Darth Vader, so that was pretty.
I don't know. I have no idea. He came out later and I didn't buy him because by then I was playing Street Fighter. So
yeah.
Well, with Darth Vader on Soul Calibur, when he first was announced, alongside with Yoda, I was like, okay, can we
I thought that
be
was
realistic?
the opposite of Jason Voorhees. I don't think they fit in at all. That was clearly just to promote frickin' Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Clearly. That was like... No.
Yeah, they even threw in a Star Killer in there.
Yeah, I know.
Apprentice, whatever his name is, yeah.
And he was a pain in the butt on the hardest difficulty in the arcade ladder at level 7 because he did combos that just block everything.
Right.
Block everything. This was before guard break. So you could just literally block everything. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like...
I felt they were awkward.
Yeah. I mean, just like in general, though, how do you feel when it comes to, like, fighting games that include those kinds of guest characters?
Please make it sensible.
Fit. Like, frickin' Mega Man and Smash Brothers. Fits. The horror game people in Mortal Kombat. It fits. I think KI could honestly put anybody in there and it fit. Let's not talk about that. But, just saying, I mean... Whenever anybody, Max, Clever Fox, or anybody streams it, I think even LCD is like, this is the only fighting game where you see this kind of crap. I mean, that stuff fits. But, I don't know, like, as long as it, like, ZawarudoWrryyy said, as long as it's sensible.
Yeah, I don't want fight in because people want it.
I don't want it.
The only thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Go on. I'm just having flashbacks.
I'm just saying the only issue I have with guest characters, people are gonna be asking for random stuff. Like I said, back to the Smash thing, people are expecting characters to come in there because there's certain characters in there. They're like, oh, we want this character. We want so many. Like, come on now, calm yourself.
So an animation. Little kid walked up to Sakurai. Can you put Steve from Minecraft in Smash Brothers? He just slaps him. Go away.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm like, please. He that's his game. He'll put whatever character in. You just gotta deal with it. I mean, if your character comes in there, good. If it's not, oh well. Don't let it ruin your experience of wanting to play the game. And that goes with MK. That goes with Street Fighter. That goes with any other game. Granted, there are other characters that used to be in his previous games, but like I said, if they bring Freddy in there, that'd be awesome. If not, I don't know.
I think Freddy was a real big favorite because I'm pretty sure once Freddy was announced, anyone who didn't get the season pass probably got it. And I think a lot of people bought Freddy. He was, from what I heard, also high tier. So
Really?
But yeah, he's like top 5-ish. Like he's really good at setup and block. But I don't play in tournaments. I'm not a tournament player, but I like watching it. Watching people better than me is always hype. But I don't know. I could see Freddy coming back, like as the last one. They'll do a sandwich like Jason, X character, and Freddy. Like just so people will be like, "What's the last guest character?" And then Ed Boon can troll him and be like, "It's definitely not Freddy." Or something.
Oh.
Actually, a good trolling from Ed Boon would be like, okay, last character is Kojima.
How do y'all feel about Solid Snake in Mortal Kombat?
Oh no, not Solid Snake. It's actually you're gonna play as Kojima.
Hideo Kojima, the man himself.
Batman?
Oh, jeez.
Like since they put Scorpion in Injustice, they just put Batman in.
Well, they don't want to see Batman getting his guts ripped out or anything like that, but I don't know. It is possible, though. They do.
Did you see the Ermac fatality?
Oh, dude, oh, God, no.
The head popping and it shoves it back into your body.
He didn't. No, the one where, the one they teased in the trailer, after he contorts him.
Yeah, he
ends up
that one.
Pulling the innards out of their mouth. and then just throwing it on the ground.
Yep. Ugh.
Yeah, I think MKX with the fatalities is not holding any bars. It's like, hey, you guys are mature enough to know about this.
Supposedly they still.
They basically just went, oh yeah, we're done with the childish, big boob, everything about MK9, like everything that MK was back then, how silly it was. They're going real serial, like literal serial on MKX.
On another note,
dude.
has anyone else noticed that Sonya's Gonzagas have aged as well?
Gonzaga's what?
Well, sure, here you can use the
boobs. They're not
The
as
boobs.
prominent.
I
They're
told
actually
you.
like.
They're going real serial. They're not going to go crazy. They're like literally going realistic.
Oh yes, because a dude looking through a dude saying "Here's Johnny" is totally serious.
It's Johnny. He's allowed.
It's
like Johnny, like there's characters, and then
I love
there's,
his. I love his outro. He signs the autograph.
Oh yeah. He just throws
I'm
his
honestly
here.
hoping for tropes to the movies, right? Like when it showed like what was it? Scorpion. Spoilers if y'all haven't seen it. Scorpion hanging out of the helicopter. I was like, please, Johnny, say this is where you fall down, please.
Remember, Johnny did say he has to get back to the chopper, and I was like, oh my god, they really wrote this in. Ed Boon, come here, I need to give you a hug.
I think it's gonna be well received, even if it doesn't have a long tournament life. Like, because NetherRealm does story mode very well.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Yeah.
but like
I
I said,
really am.
oh, sorry.
No,
I was just saying.
Yeah,
I was just saying that that like I said, they used to be silly and everything else, but I mean, you're gonna have your characters that are silly, but the atmosphere, everything else is gonna be like realistic, dark, realistic, not crazy foolery mess that you saw on MK9 and everything else back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're gonna have some, they. I heard they was gonna put back babalities. I think I don't know, but as far as that, it's just still the fact that the atmosphere is gonna be really serial than the rest of its predecessors.
Mm-hmm.
Did they have Harakiri in MK9? I forget.
Did they have what?
Harakiri.
Yes, they did. I believe they did.
Who?
Yeah, they did.
Harakiri was the suicide thing you do if you lost the match.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. Yeah,
They
it is
did?
in there. Yeah, they did. It was rare, but it's in there.
Okay. If they bring the Predator as a guest character, his Harakiri better be blowing himself up and laughing.
Yeah.
I want
I'm pretty sure you can't kill yourself in MK9. I swear, like the only time like it with auto death was like in challenge towers. Because then there'd be a lot less rage quits online because people just kill themselves instead of accepting the fatality.
His Harakiri should be an alien popping out inside.
Oh, what the fuck? No, that would be, dude. That people would be like, "Oh my god, Xenomorph confirmed."
AVP2.
Hey, that's the Ed Boon troll. This troll.
Why do you keep bringing these repressed memories back of things I did not enjoy? Yoda, AVP2, and
AVP2 had some enjoyable scenes, but not all. I still laugh at the fact that the alien was giving a girl a mouth job.
Ugh. Oh.
What?
Go look that up on YouTube. Then you'll come back and laugh.
Okay. All right.
Okay, guys, I kind of flashed out. Let's move on.
Yeah. Okay. So, I wanted to say something about MKX. Like, first off, like, this is gonna be my first Mortal Kombat game that I'll ever own, I'm gonna own, and
Nice.
me and Mortal Kombat did not go well back in my younger days because it's just like it was just so goofy, and like even with all the fatalities and stuff like that, I was like, dude, I can't take this seriously. It's just especially with like the way they animate and stuff like that.
Super serious. He's 4 years old. This is too serious. This is silly. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go play the thing with the green guy. Electricity coming out of him.
Blanca. No, I mean, like, I don't know. It's just something that didn't really appeal to me. I don't know. Like, I think it was. I don't. It's kind of hard to explain, but I definitely did not like how they move. And this is like the overall aesthetic of Mortal Kombat. But MKX is just. It looks really good, and it animates better, and it does have its comical stuff in it, but overall, like, I'm really liking it how it looks, and I'm definitely want to pick this up and get into it, and I'm really excited to have this to be my first Mortal Kombat game I would own. So
I think this is actually a good one for you to pick up, because I know someone who's played MK9 and stuff like that. Like, Mortal Kombat was my first fighting game. Of course, I didn't play it for real when it came out, or MK2. I was just playing it because I was a little kid and I wanted to. My siblings just needed to beat up somebody who was younger who didn't know how to play. But the combat looks a lot, like you said, the animations look a lot more fluid. And I think the combat looks a lot more fast-paced than MK9, because MK9 was fast, but a lot of it was literally just frame traps, block string setups. Like, it was learning to block. There was a lot of blocking, to the point where chip damage was like a big thing in it too. Like, people knew the percentage of chip damage and stuff. But this one looks a lot nice. Like, the fact that you can, in the middle of a combo, grab somebody, meter burn it, and put them into a 50-50. The fact that, like, the variations, and it's a lot faster, even if it is block button, the run coming back. Like, I think this will be actually really good for people to jump in and learn it. Like, I think Injustice was a great gateway drug, and I see a lot of Injustice in MKX, and I have Injustice open in the background. Now that I got my Cronus Max, I can play it because I have it on PS3. So I'm like, yes, I can play it for real because I can't use a C-pad. But I'm getting off track. But I think you'll have a good time. You'll probably get wrecked online by people who've been playing longer than you. I get wrecked online all the time, but the story should be very enjoyable.
Oh yeah. That's another part I'm pretty excited about is the story mode. And admittedly, I think MK9, from watching it, I think that was probably one of the best fighting game story like presentations I've ever seen. With, like, when you're comparing to other fighting games at the time, and this is definitely like looking really good. So I'm really definitely looking forward to it. When it comes to MKX with the story mode, really am looking forward to it, and I want April to come by already. Come on, come on.
Well, we're almost there, and I think what the story modes do also is that they force you to play characters you might not normally play, and it gives you an idea. Like, that's the first thing I'm going to do, is play the story, and hopefully it gives me an idea of what kind of characters I want to play, I want to look into, other than the ones I see in my head. Theory fighting. That's all I've been doing.
Guys, unless y'all, guys out there that's watching this, if y'all confused with the MK story, just play MK9. You'll understand everything.
They'll probably put a synopsis in the beginning. I could see them doing that.
They probably will.
Like a flashback.
Previously on Mortal Kombat.
Because unless you don't want to play MK9 and you want to play all the MK games from back then that still kind of made it confusing, then be your guest.
He must win. I'm gonna punch you, Johnny Cage.
Lol.
Jax. Literally, you had to fight just because Johnny Cage works it up.
Oh man! Speaking of that, the DOA is kind of like that too with the story mode. That was, I picked up last round, and I played a little bit of the story mode, and it's just, you just fight for no reason. I'm like, okay, all right, I'm whatever.
So I've never played a DOA game.
Well,
DOA
to DOA.
I've heard it actually.
Everywhere.
Like, it gets kind of good, like, fighting wise. But I think I suffer from the same thing. Like, I was watching Ultra Chin TV once, and Ultra David said, I like the movement in it, but I can't play it because I feel like a sleaze lord. I feel like my wife's going to come by, like, oh, what you playing? He's like, oh, this game, I like the movement in it,
See, DOA that wife shouldn't be concerned of him playing DOA. She should be concerned of him playing extreme beach volleyball. That's what
Yeah.
your concern.
Come on, DOA
That's-
got costumes banned in tournaments. For real.
Like, yeah,
Oh
they did.
yeah.
I mean, like, granted, like, DOA has gotten this image where, it's always that, that sexual type of game, but, like, for goodness sake, the game is actually fun once you play it. Don't just
I
look
hear
at
it's
the
actually
sex-
pretty deep.
Oh,
like-
the gameplay for just 2 buttons and directionals is really good.
I thought it
Combos,
was
gates.
Actually, 3 because of your
punch,
comp.
kick, throw.
Oh, yeah,
I
true.
thought-
But still, it's still a very great game. Like, just disregard, like, of course, you're going to have other games that also kind of mimic its DOA sexuality, but, most games starting to copy it as well. So it shouldn't be like us, like, DOA is the only one that's doing it. Like, it's really a deep game.
Oh, but
Now,
then
it's-
they established it. They're the name brand of booby physics. As we were
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about with Yokai watching Pokemon, I think DOA is. Everyone knows what DOA
Yeah,
is.
yeah. It's that- They like I said, they set itself up for its image, and some people just don't really want to play it. Like with DOA 5, like I think I remember reading up an article saying that they were trying to reduce the boob size for one of the characters, and then a bunch of fans were like, no, increase it. I'm like, are you serious?
I heard they were actually with whatever one came out before last round. I think it was DOA 5. They were trying to get rid of the sexualization.
Yeah, that's on.
image. But
yeah.
I think they gave up because they realized they could not.
No, it was not the fact that they couldn't give up. Fans was like, no, don't take it away, keep it.
Well,
There's
of course,
fans
fans,
out-
fans are the ones playing it with the big boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were trying to make DOA 5 more mature versus its predecessors. So it was
Honestly,
like, yeah,
I played a little bit of the free version on the PS3, and I went into like the challenge mode just to do the combos. It is really satisfying when you get one of like the longer ones down.
Yes, it is.
I
Yeah.
think that's a good. Like I haven't really played the game against people, but it is very satisfying when you get like those. It has some pretty intense combos.
It does.
now as far
It
as the
does.
story, I didn't play its its previous games.
I
Like,
watched the movie. Is that a good? Is that a good?
You
wh-
should
depending on what movie you're talking about.
The live action movie. Of
Oh,
course.
no.
Oh God.
Oh,
Is that a
no.
good representation
Oh,
of the story?
no.
Because I think I learned it.
oh,
pretty
no.
well.
No. No.
No,
Anyway.
I told myself
You
when
wanna
I was
slap
like
right now?
18, I have to watch every live action video game movie I have access to. And at the point I had Netflix, so it was like, oh god, I gotta watch Blood Rain, I gotta watch all the Resident Evils.
Anyway, like I said, I didn't play its predecessors DOA 1, 2, 3, or 4. I never got into
Right.
DOA back then. But when they made DOA Dimensions for 3DS, I think that's the game that has 1 through 4, the whole storyline in there all in one. So I got a glimpse of what it's about, but I'm gonna have to play it again just to understand it again because I haven't touched DOA since the 3DS version. And why this DOA 5 interests me? It's coming to Steam. So I'm waiting for that to come out because
So, if you want Kaichi
yeah.
to play a game, put it on
it has to come to
Steam.
PC. Yes.
Put it
Put it
on
on
Steam.
PC.
I am not going to be spending no $500 Xbox One or $400 PS4 for just one game. I have
Actually,
everything.
think they're both reduced down to like $350.
Yeah.
I'm still not spending money that can come.
That's $350 of Steam. I could be.
See, look, like most of the games they make, if it's Xbox 360, like Xbox or PlayStation, if both games are on both systems, there's no question it can come to PC. So, like, developers, stop worrying about
It's okay.
piracy. Stop worrying about
You're in
piracy.
Street Fighter 5. You're good.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm better be getting Street Fighter 5 for PC.
you are. It's confirmed. It's just PS4
I
and
better
PC.
be. I'm just saying, it
Might
better
get
be.
delayed, but
Just
Hey,
watch
I
out.
don't mind being delayed. Like DOA 5 got on PC got delayed like
back
2
on
or
the
3
MKX
times.
thing, I know a lot of last gen people are pissed that they're getting delayed, but
Like DOA 5 on PCs it got delayed like 2 or 3 times, and right now we still have yet to get any PC requirement information or any information about the PC version.
what if
And
all they're trying to do is like
put up like this defensive wall to try to keep nudie mods off of it.
Well, that's what I've been seeing some. I don't know if it's rumors or actual legit confirmation that the creator or like the people actually said that if they because I read up on Steam, somebody posted an article about I think either Team Ninja or like this one developer said that if you mod this game badly or something like that, they won't put another PC their games on PC.
Despite how sexualized their characters are, they probably don't want to see people with their like cooters hanging out, or their wang tangs dangling.
Granted,
there's a lot of. Dudes.
Granted, look at Street Fighter 4's mods. You can't it's
Abel. Abel.
You can't avoid modding on PC. I mean, if you have a game that's like heavily like has this framework that you cannot have a hard time modding, because there are a lot of games that you can have a hard time modding. But like if you can make it something like that, then of course the modder is gonna have a hard time. But there's no escape that a mod is gonna try, no matter if it's clean or unclean.
The harder you make the framework to do, that means only the really good modders are going to get in there, and they're going to be the highest detailed cooters and wang tangs hanging out there.
See, that reminds me of a joke that me and my friend made with DOA. It's like, okay, they have the booth physics, but come on. Gotta give it up for the guys. And I was like, why?
Because they got
do
support
you really want to
down
see?
there. We got support. All you do is put a bulge there.
Yeah, but if you did play DOA 5, you shake your controllers when you're playing the girls, and they're booze bound, so do you really want
to... The guys sweat. Isn't that what girls like seeing? Or,
I don't know.
Is that the same thing?
That's my cousin who likes free Watobi. Do you like water on your boys?
Like I said, I like the fighting game, and and I have a different taste in women, so it doesn't really, captivate me on the sexualize on that game. I have a different taste, so it doesn't bother.
Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
I mostly play female characters in fighting games, and I still have never played DOA. If that means anything. I think it's just a limit. I mean, I'm sure there's the deep fighting. Like, I've heard there's deep fighting in it, deep combat. It is satisfying, but I haven't really sat down and, dedicated time to it. It's just
one of those games that you just can't get into.
Yeah, and I feel kind of like a sleaze lord playing
it. See, as long as you know how to do your counters, that's all you need to do in that game.
Counter for days.
Counters for days.
Hi, counter. No, counter. It's like, okay, I'm not going to hit you anymore.
So everyone's Asuka?
In a way, yeah, I guess.
Yes.
Practically, yeah, because Asuka has this counter move, but there's a natural button that you press counter. Every single character has a counter, and they're different. Like everyone has a different throw. Everyone has a different like one character has 5 or 6 throws, and 2 or 5 or 6, 7 different type of counter movements.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because each character has their own martial arts.
Yeah, that's one thing I did notice is they actually, it's legit. There's no fireballs or anything. I mean, you're saying people skyrocketing, but the animation does look smooth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's
I like the movement.
There is some I think one of the characters or 2 of them have this fireball. It's a special though. You have to, I think it's a command you have to press to do this fireball move, but yeah.
Yeah.
We all know that the only throw everyone wants to do is a Zuna drop. So
I can only do that once in every match.
Yeah, Zuna drop command is definitely hard.
Because it's a full circle, then a half circle forward, half circle back, and there's a tiny window of how you have to put it in, and it's oh god.
Yeah, it's complex. Game's complex for its sexualized, content.
That's why I like using Helena.
Helena's my favorite as well. But I definitely want to check out that Mary Rose though. The Mary Rose definitely got that moveset. I like the moveset.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of do want to touch upon Tekken 7, just in general. How do you guys feel about it so far?
As long as it's coming to PC.
Come on, Kai.
I'm serious. Like, it has Unreal Engine, and granted, as well as Guilty Gear XR has Unreal Engine. If those games don't come to PC, then I'm like, y'all miss an opportunity. And I remember they're saying, I think Corrado saying about like, they doing Unreal Engine so they have more freedom to put it on any console. So that's like a hint. PC version. So as long as I get that confirmation, then I have so much high interest for that game.
Mm-hmm.
I know what character Kai is going to be playing if it gets to PC.
Do you really know? Do you really
Lucky
know what my
Sophie.
favorite?
You're going to be
No.
playing her.
I want to try her out. I actually think she looks fun. I don't like people want to complain about her design and the pop culture and all that. That's Japan. Like that may not be your taste, but you can't just diss the fact that Japan is all about that stuff. But actually, my main is Heihachi.
Heihachi.
I haven't played a real Tekken game. The only closest thing to Tekken I've played is Soul Calibur, and I played a lot of Tekken characters in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but that probably don't count.
That doesn't count at all. The game sucks.
That doesn't count, bro.
That game sucks.
Hey. I actually like that combat system. If it was just one-on-one fighting. If it wasn't, I swear, if that game was just one-on-one fighting and, no gems, I feel like that engine, a lot of character movesets went to waste in that game. I loved those character movesets. But if I get Tekken 7, it'll be my first Tekken game. So far, I haven't really seen a character I'm really interested in. I'd have to keep looking, see who's confirmed.
Well,
I played Tekken since Tekken 1.
Maybe if they put Yoshimitsu in it, I'll just play Yoshimitsu.
Yoshimitsu is...
Soul Calibur.
I'm pretty sure Yoshimitsu is since been on there since Tekken 1 and been on all the other games, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna have him on there. That's like no brainer. Like, granted, you can have a low roster for the arcade, but they're gonna bring out more characters later.
Yeah.
As long as Christy is in there for Tekken 9, that's my girl. I just spam windmills at you.
Windmills for days.
Because that's all you need to do with Eddie or Christy. Just spam your kicks and just go, oh, okay.
I am liking that they have like supers. They have supers now.
They do?
Like in the past they have all these one hit KO type of moves, but they have supers. I'm like, it took you this long to do this?
So there's meter in it now?
I won't say there's meter. I don't know if it's meter. I haven't looked deeply into it. I just know that they have they have a cutscene animation that they're about to do a special.
I wonder if they're going Soul Cal 5 and adding meter somewhere. That'd be neat.
I think I noticed they also put the combo indicators as well, the 1, 2, 3, 4 hit thing. I think I noticed that as well.
I heard something that they actually are shortening the combos in the system. They're making it I don't know anything about it, but I was reading an article about the combat system, how they're making the combo shorter, and it's more about the Ukemi and Oki and all that stuff.
Not sure.
Yeah.
I like flashy combos, but I don't like Marvel 3 combos. Just saying.
Oh Jesus!
Infinite for days,
dude.
Medium.
Marvel 3 is all about combos, and it's just like if you're in a combo, you're dead.
Sean, it's not about combos; it's about infinites.
Ultimate Marvel versus blocking 3.
Every character has an infinite. Every character has an infinite.
But see, in Marvel, if you're not on Marlon Pike level where you can do the combos without looking at the screen, then you're not doing
I saw that video. He was like, that freaking face.
He's like, hi guys, what you doing?
He's playing Viper of all characters.
Viper,
Infinite Marvel to Infinite Marvel. Infinite Marvel versus Capcom 3. Infinite for days.
Infinite.
The next Capcom versus game probably won't be Capcom. It would have to be or not. It won't be Marvel. It'd have to be Capcom versus something. That's what I hope they do. Just something.
When it comes to that, I definitely would want either fucking Sega or Nintendo, to be honest. It's just
Y'all didn't read up the article well, I don't know if y'all read it up, but like Harato's saying like he would wish to do like a super ultra big crossover game that had like
Oh yeah,
almost
yeah. You sent me that one. Yeah, I did caught a glimpse of that.
yeah.
Yeah, I did hear about
He
that.
wishes to do a big crossover. Sega and like Capcom, like this huge like Arc Systems, any like a big crossover game. I'm like, my goodness,
Mhm.
dude. Like I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah.
No, before he
That-
does that super
Like
big
there's
one.
boundaries. Like Capcom. Like
So, well,
but when it comes when you mix another
oh.
game with another game, I'm like, okay, you got to make some sense. Please make some sense, because that's why when it comes to me with universe crossover matches, like when people make like fan made universal crossover matches, like the quote unquote Goku versus Superman crap, it has to make sense. Because
Right.
like you can't just throw it in there and then expect one character to win because he's your favorite character. No, need facts. I'm a DBZ fanatic. I like the character Goku, and I think he's great, but he cannot survive a planetary explosion. Superman can, so all props to Superman. So that's the thing. Got to make a sensible matchup, a sensible crossover. Not make all this stuff just because you're a fan of it and a fanboy, and it's like, oh, he can do anything in the world. No, you're just being a straight up fanboy, and you're being really
I think this
stupid.
crossover thing goes back to guest characters. Like,
Yeah.
'cause like you said,
Yeah.
some universes just don't make sense.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to say. Like just let the creator add the characters he wants, and if it makes sense, it makes sense, and that he puts it in there because he feels it makes sense. Now for us, like we have no say in the matter because we're not making the game.
Yeah.
We can
So we're
dream.
not, and plus we're not the creators. We don't even have the resources of like the resources or the say so of the actual person that made the character to put that character in there to make it more sense. We're just people that just knows very little, know what's in front of us. We don't know the deep end or anything about that character. We need to stop trying to think that, oh, we want that character in there because we think it makes more sense. No, you don't know if it makes sense. You don't have the backstory of that character, if it fits in that character or not. I'm just
Yeah.
very tired of fans trying to make random crossovers because they think that their character can beat that character. Not please, unless you have the facts, unless you're that creator,
Mhm.
and if it makes sense, then more power. But if you're not, shut up. Just shut up.
That's why I want to see if this would work. You know, let's see Shonen Jump fight Capcom. You know, something like that.
Yeah.
They already did Tatsunoko versus Capcom, so why not Shonen Jump?
I would pay money to.
A bunch of random stuff. A bunch of random. Tatsunoko was not, but like a bunch of superhero, like granted, but it was Shonen Jump. You got a bunch of Naruto, a bunch of DBZ, a bunch of I forgot. There's a bunch of animes that
Right.
They have different universes that doesn't fit each other. Like granted, they make these Jump Superstars, Jump Ultimate Stars, Jump J Stars, V Verses, just to be because they're a homage of their manga that they bring out every single week. Now that right there is like, it's just a fan service. Now and it fits for them. But if you try to fit that universe with Capcom, which is just straight fighting, where like J Stars is nothing but like a bunch of mix of comical or really ridiculous stuff that whatever anime it is. I mean, you're putting random versus fighting, comical versus fighting. Like, come on now. You got to have fighting versus fighting to make it fit.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why the internet made this lovely gem for all the fanboys to play. It's called Mugen.
Yes, Mugen. Yes, if you want your characters, if you want your characters to fight up with another character that you expect them to win, do Mugen. That's
Go there.
Just go there. You want to make your game you want to make that Smash, that 1,000 character Smash game, then
Yeah.
make Mugen.
That explosion.
But it's not official though. That's what everyone says.
No, it's not official because it's not. It's unofficial.
It doesn't make sense and whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we did. It's funny, like we did. Kaichi and myself were talking about, like creators versus fans, and I did want to bring up one last thing about that, and particularly it's with Naruto, and with the end. First off, of course, Naruto ended, of course, with all this like whatchamacallit, all the romantic couples together, whatever, and then like of course Naruto wasn't with Sakura in the end, it was Hinata, and then Sakura wound up with Sasuke, and then yeah, Naruto hype, and
disappointed.
I'm sorry.
I was disappointed. Naruto should have ended up with Sasuke. Just fucking saying. Just saying.
You're one of those yaoi. You're one of those yaoi fans that were expecting something because how the deep friendship was It was quote unquote gay.
You had to find Sasuke and bring him back to the village. I mean, Naruto had all those girls going all over him. He's like, my man's there. I need him. Push over.
Please. But yeah, go on what you were saying, Sean.
Yeah, so like it really Kaichi showed me the Tumblr for this one artist I won't mention specifically, but this artist is known to create all the like legit looking like anime, like official looking anime screenshots and like artwork and all that stuff, and even the manga style artwork styles are they look pretty legit. Like they look like the original
close to the creators' artwork. Yeah.
They look like that, and I've been following this artist for for a long time on DeviantArt, and this artist is a huge Naruto Sakura fan, and
or Narusaku.
Narusaku, yes. And when that happened, that person was so angry so salty that she went as far as saying, "You're not aware of the foreshadows, all the hints, and blah blah blah," and even and she was addressing this to the creator Kishimoto. It's like, really?
She basically was saying, Kishimoto, you don't know your own work to even make a legit ending and make the right pair. I'm like, come on now. He's the one that made the series. He knew what he was going to do. He wasn't pleasing it to no fans or anything. That was he did it from the start. He thought of it from the start. You need to shut up and stop and just cry more.
Just let it go.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's done.
It's like the reason you are popular yourself is because of him as well. So it's like, I don't know why you're even like throwing your tantrum at him, and it's just, I don't know, that kind of ticked me off a bit. It's just like, you got famous from
someone else's
work. Yeah. So it's like, and you just like totally just disrespect the creator of like one of your favorite series like that. Just like, that's like kind of it's just low.
Childish.
Childish, exactly.
It's childish, legit childish. And I'm like, seriously, like, don't be that person. Please don't be that person. Because granted, like, I'm pretty sure a bunch of people were expecting a bunch of other, people ship. There's this thing on Tumblr called shipping. And people like see an unofficial relationship, and they want to ship it because they feel that couple is right for each other. So if it's not canon, they ship it, and people are happy about it, and they make a bunch of fan comments, and they are happy with their lives. And now once it's canon, people want to throw themselves off the bridge because it's not what they wanted. I'm sorry. Is this your anime? Is this your series? Is this your manga? Either deal with it or don't like it. Just don't freaking throw a temper tantrum because it's not your series.
I was about to say, that's what fanfics are for.
Yeah, that's what fanfics are for, just to ease off your mind and you know, share with
Write
other
it the
people
way
that
you
agree. Yeah, yeah, like do the fan fictions how you want it and show it off to people that actually agree with you. Like this person, I like she does that. It's just the fact that when she did that temper tantrum, she did it in a way that she shouldn't have done it. So I'm just
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
so I'm like, you're fine. You did the fan fictions, all that stuff. Just let that just let that be your calling, and that's it. You don't have to agree with the creator or anything, but you don't have to be like, creator, you don't know anything about your own show.
that
Slaps in the face. Shut up.
sounds kind of idiotic.
That's
Yeah.
insane. It's insane, chaotic. Yeah. So I was like, nope. I'm done with this
Yeah.
person. I'm done with that person.
Yeah, fans just don't know, like, you know, in the end the creator makes the game. You don't make the game. You just help it, make it popular, or you know, make it, you just support it to you know, keep it going. But I mean, of course, some, you know, like a lot of times creators will, you know, consider from fans, but in the end, it's up to the creator, and people have to remember, always have to remember that, and they can't, you know, get their hopes up or expect this or whatever. Like, you know, like going back with Sakurai and Smash, you know, it's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's his game, and you can't put yourself in this, like, in this delusional, I guess, state that, you know, in like having this one character, you know, for like, especially with like Ridley and shit like that. Like, wait, it's like, why? It's like, first off, it makes no fucking sense. He's literally too big, you know, and yet people kept like insisting that pushing it that Ridley was gonna be in the games. Like, dude,
He is.
just
Yeah, he is in the game, but just not playable. And
Yeah.
also the fact, and also the
I
thing
think we do need
is,
another
God-
playable Metroid character with. There's just not much to choose from.
there's not really
there's-
much because like Samus is the only one that just is
Metroid Prime
Samus is-
Hunters. That's all I gotta say.
Mhm.
Like
We've been
you
here
can put like
before.
a Dark Samus, like they did a Dark Pit, but
No,
Granted.
like there's other bounty hunters in Metroid Prime
Yeah.
Hunters.
Mhm.
They're just not really known. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was I actually had a lot of fun with that game, Metroid Prime Hunters. That was like one of the
DS
first.
game I got.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, especially with the demo as well. I remember playing that one too, and yeah, that game, that was like one of the first DS titles that came out during launch, I believe. And anyways, don't want to go on a tangent. You guys want to? Yeah. Did you guys want to bring up anything else before we sign off for today?
What? Actually, there was. So what? I saw you tweeted out a video about what was it? Smosh Games Academy or something like that.
Oh, right.
And I was listening to a stream. They were talking about networking. Well,
Mhm.
what do you think that this Smosh thing is better for aspiring YouTubers, like younger ones, than joining a network? I personally don't see the point in joining a network, but from what it looks like, to join the Smosh games that you linked, there's like no requirements. You just join. Would you suggest that is?
Well, I mean, it doesn't really hurt to join networks like that. You know, especially with networks that don't require anything, like, or much anyway. And I think in the end, like, I mean, I think people should just give it a try at least, just to experience what it's like. But I don't know, it's like a little toss up, especially when we're talking about Smosh here, and because they're like kind of new. This whole thing is kind of new, so I really can't say how good you know,
But based on
SGA
what you've seen. Yeah,
based on-
because
I mean,
that was probably the first time where I looked at something. I was like, "Hey, Hawk's in this," and then I was reading about it. I was like, you know, this actually seems not as because every time I got a bunch of like after I hit like 400 subs, I started getting spammed with all these networking things, and like every time I'd go to one, I'm like, this seems shady as fuck. So I just ignored them. But that was probably the first thing I said. Like maybe it's because I watch Smosh. I think they're entertaining. They're funny.
Yeah.
It's a little childish, but I like it. So I was like, maybe it's the only thing I considered possibly getting into, but I just don't have the time for it. And I know it's like a sensitive topic, especially for a lot of people. They're like, how do I get known? Should I join a network? And I know a lot of these YouTube networking groups probably feed off of these aspiring younger YouTubers. So,
I mean, I think in this situation though, like it's not too bad to join this group though, despite them being relatively new to this whole networking thing. I think they are pretty legitimate, and I've joined another network before I joined up with Machinima, and it was TGN. TGN is one of those networks that do recruit people that are kind of more newer to the YouTube scene, and networks like that definitely do help kind of get you started, and it all just winds down to who you join. And I think Smosh is a good one in the end, and I think also TGN is another good one because I've joined them, and they're really good with the service, and from my experience, and I was pretty thankful to be a part of it for the time being. And I do like it that they don't have like a lock-in contract, meaning that you have to stay with this group for this amount of months or a year or whatever.
I hear that's a problem.
That's how it works with most networks nowadays.
But that's how
same
it works
with
in the
Machinima.
business world.
Yeah.
And Machinima's like I used to watch Machinima all the time, but I heard a lot of bad things about like partnering. Though it does get like some people exposed, like a lot of people I wouldn't even know about if it wasn't for Machinima, like ZawarudoWrryyy or even Max, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. TGN was one of those ones that actually contacted me, but it seemed so shady and impersonable.
Right.
Like, this seems like such a spam bot. Like, I don't know. Maybe I feel like I'm not trying to make anything big, so I'm not super anxious to join a group, but I don't know. I just see like a lot of people when I tell them I do YouTube, they're like, "Oh, I do YouTube too." How'd you get your subscribers? I was like, "Oh, I just made videos and posted them around." Like, should I join a network? I was like, I don't know. So I know a lot of people ask about that.
Well,
and I know it's a
it's
sensitive topic.
Yeah, but in the end, though, networks do help, but you have to do stuff on your own in order to get noticed by networks anyway. So I would not worry about I got to join a network. No, you just make content, just make videos, like just do what you do, And
that's what I say. I'm like, just keep making stuff, man.
Just keep making stuff.
And if you don't have time, don't sweat it. Your viewers
don't.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
They'll find you again if they want to.
Yeah, just whenever you can, just make content and put it out there, and just don't worry about not being noticed enough, for whatever reason or what have you, and just aim, have a different goal. That's I think is the right phrase, and don't make it being I gotta join a network. No, it's just make content, and people will will see that this guy has pretty cool content. I'm watching it. The reason why you can join a network is because of the people. So just aim to please the people, and that's it. And if you can join a network, then good for you. But don't try to make that your goal. And
I think too many people look at the numbers. They like, I need to have this many subs, I need to have this many views on every one of my videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just do what you love to do, and see what happens, and just look at it as a hobby as well. Don't look at it as a job. That's a lot of people see it as, and it
I think they want to make it their job. Like they're all young. They're like, I want to make YouTube for a living because they aspire to be X. I want to have enough money to be able to do, like, I have to jump through a lot of hoops to stream because my computer's really bad. I got to take a lot of shortcuts. I got to do a bunch of funky stuff. And that's mostly my goal. I just want to be able to, like, time to stream, push a button, not have to jump through hoops. That's basically my goal. And I want it to be a hobby. The most I think I'd ever want to make money off of doing any stuff like this is just so I don't have to use my real money. Like, it just pays for itself and it just infinite loops. Like, like, I don't want to make it my job. I just want to make it sustain itself.
Yeah, it's a hobby
It costs a lot of money at first, but, you know, if you enjoy it, like, I think that's a lot of problem. People want big numbers. They want to be Max. They want to be Markiplier. They want to be PewDiePie. They want to be best friends. They need and they need to realize when they started, they just wanted to make videos. They didn't want to be anybody. And I think that's what a lot of younger YouTubers may need to actually see. And I hope they hear this. I hope they listen to this podcast too.
Yeah.
Their answers.
Yeah.
Like, I know you have more subs than me, and I have like 400, but I don't really like. I don't know. I think it's like you said. Just make videos. Just do what you do.
Yeah, just make videos. Be
entertaining.
Be entertaining.
Yeah.
Be yourself. Like, don't be anybody else. Like, here's an example. A lot of people like watching Cry. I don't find Cry that very entertaining, but some people do. You know? I'm not asking Cry to act like anyone else. I just think he's kind of meh. But.
Right.
Yep.
Just be yourself. That's be yourself. I think that's the say here. We don't want another best friends. We don't want another Max. We don't want another Markiplier. We want you. You know, that's I think that's the word here, and just do that, and people will like you, and they will see you as a unique person. That's why people will keep coming back, and that's how you build your fan base from there. So just be yourself. So did you guys have anything else to talk about before we sign off for today?
I think we'll save the rest for another.
Yeah.
I
got a toothless Funko Pop sitting next to my amiibos. I think that's all I gotta say about that.
Have lots of money for the near future of games.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna say.
More PC games.
Peripherals,
more PC games.
More PC fighting games. This means that I want that Under Night in Birth, please. Under Night in Birth.
Cheaper consoles, more peripherals.
High text money. You're not gonna go into my pocket or bank.
All right. So I think we had plenty to say for today's podcast. Did you guys wanted to say your channels and all that stuff before you sign off?
What channels?
Find me on DA. I've been drawing for 16 years, and depending on what you like, I will try to offer it to you. Find me on Steam, Kaichi. I play various other I play fighting games mostly, but I play other games that have online. Well, if it has online, just find me on there. If you have it, I like to play sometime with that. So that's mostly it for me.
I'm EnderGamma. You can find me on Twitter as EnderGamma. And, I have a YouTube channel. I haven't been doing much. Last thing I uploaded was a montage full of old Destiny clips. I've just been busy, 40 hours a week. But you can go ahead and follow me on Twitter, and I'll update you whenever I'm streaming or upload a video.
And Warudo, did you want to say anything to the audience before we sign off?
You can find me on DA. Love those animes. Please don't ask why I chose that. That thing is 6 years old. But yeah, find me on DA. Check out my artwork, or you can find me on Smash.
God, I'm the only one who's not an artist here. Where's a pencil? Hold on, I'm gonna doodle
What's
something.
that?
Let's paste up.
You can also find me on Twitter, but I sometimes use it. I don't really update much. I usually just retweet whatever I see that's interesting. But if you want to find me on Twitter, it's Kaichi _ because some Japanese person had to steal my name.
Oh,
When I was really trying to rename myself, I was like, it was Kaisu Sage 3, but I was trying to name myself Kaichi, but somebody stole it. So I was like, I guess I gotta be _ boys, people.
Underscore boys, yeah. All right, so that'll be it for today's podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening on our opinions on today's topics. If you have any comments yourselves or opinions, thoughts, whatever, go ahead and leave them down below in the comment section. And also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for videos like these. And you can follow me on Twitter and all that great stuff. And I do have a DeviantArt as well under the same name. So if you want to check out my art, go ahead. And so until next time, we will be back for more just ranting and talking and all that great stuff. So we will see you guys next time. Say bye, guys.
Dip boys.
Don't do drugs.
I thought we were all gonna do a very monotone bye. Jesus.
Oh.
No, we dip boys because we dipping.
Peace.
All right.
Dip boys.
Yes.
All right.